Okay guys, welcome to the workshop. Today we're going to finally start this experiment which I've had ready for weeks. It's good on what's to be done. This is concrete board. It's all this here, these three pieces. This is what I'm concerned about. This is a piece of a post. I just cut the end off of it and it's raw, and it's the same one I tried to burn when I did the fire test. But these three pieces here are all off the same piece. They're about the same size. I painted two of them. This is latex white, 2 coats. This is my oil-based blue, just the 1 coat. And this is raw, nothing done to it, just like it came out of the factory. So what I'm going to do is put water close to the top and just let it sit for 1 month. I'm going to write the date on there that this started. The date will probably wash off and nothing else. I think we know the year. I can't make an 8. There we go. We're just going to let her set and see what happens in a month from now. Okay, water. Now the reason I'm doing this, if you don't know, is because I'm using this concrete board as a fish tank lids, and they get wet, they get condensation on them. Went a little bit more water than I planned, but that's okay. See bubbles coming out of it. It's got air pockets in it, that's for sure. You see it right there. So we'll see if the water soaks in it or not. This will dry up and the water level is going to drop, so I have to keep an eye on it. But I'm just curious as to what happens to this stuff when it gets wet. Amazing how many bubbles coming out of this one. The 2 painted ones didn't put out any bubbles. This one here has put out a lot. Always coming out of the top corner right there. Quite interesting. Look at that, huh? It's been doing that for a long time. Pretty cool. Very porous material, obviously. Lots of air trapped in it. Look how dirty the water is. This one's still producing a few bubbles, hard to see, it needs to be turned. And there's a couple coming out of the blue one now too. Interesting. Alright guys, well, we'll come back in a month, see how we're done. By that time I've already had the lid on the tank for a week or more. By that time we will know anyway if the tank's a problem, but this would be a good idea. This would be a good test to see the long-term effects, that's for sure. Okay, it has been I'd say more than 5 weeks. February 20th this started. Here's our samples. We'll take a look at each one. We'll start with the post. I think you could scrape it away, huh? It's not flaked apart, but maybe with a knife. Let's see. It's soft, you know, softer. You can actually cut it. That's interesting. The concrete board. Similar. But you know, that's submerged for 5 weeks. This is oil-based paint. Maybe you can do that anyway, I don't know. Let's try just a roast. Ah, you can do that anyway. Okay. My white latex. It's a little bit easier to cut, but not a lot. I'm very impressed. This is what's important. Ah, it does make it softer. See that? Okay. But still very impressive. That's for sure. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you very much. Tom thinks. Success. Oh, I'm happy with that. You know, it's good to know. I was worried it would either flake apart. I expected it to flake apart, really. Or just get mushy. Mushy. That's pretty hard. There we go. The paint makes a difference. See that? That's interesting. That's what I was afraid I was going to flake. This one didn't do it. You can't cut it. Okay. Interesting. It did make it softer. But I'm okay with that. Always wish it was better. This stuff is very cheap, but very brittle and hard to work with. But I think it'll work for what I need. It looks like something ate the bottom half. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. Another experiment done. Is that right, Thomas? Thomas! Thomas is a bad boy, he can't go inside. He's a bully now. So Thomas is free range and he don't go anywhere. I don't think he's gone to eat a blade of grass since he's been outside. He just sticks right beside the door. Just waiting. Any minute now the door's going to open and I can go back in. Right, Tom? Look at you. Look at you, Thomas. Wow. He must be going to make a liar out of me. He's heading away from the door. When you puff up like that, you look huge, dude. Huh? But I know you're just a big bag of wind. Right? There you go, finally. Oh, beautiful, isn't he? I used to have 9 out here like that once. Yeah, that was loud. Fun though.